Well, I just ended KAIKEYI.
Hi friends, it's Isa. Today we're gonna talk about KAIKEYI, this new release of April that I've just finished, that I thought it wasn't for me, and that it's now a new all-time favorite. I wasn't really expecting to do this video, but honestly, after I finished it, and I finished it like a couple hours ago, I really needed to come sit down and share it with you because really,
please read it, give it a try, read it, it's fantastic.
all the praise that it's receiving, all those early reviews that say that it's amazing, it's all true. It is all true, really. And so now I'm just gonna share a little bit my feelings over all the world building, if it is plot driven, character driven, you know, what I loved about it, and hopefully convince you to give this a try. I knew that KAIKEYI had potential. I heard about these reviewers and I really thought that it might be a hit or a miss, and it ended up being such a hit for me. It's a retelling of a Hindu story, so it's kind of like our main girl KAIKEYI is the villain in this story, and this retelling, it's kind of like her point of view. And so I was expecting this kind of story where you just see how the main character is evil, and you know, you just get a lot of context about this character, and you know, it's kind of like you move on with it and you see how nuanced the story is. But this wasn't at all the feeling that I've got from the book. It actually had a lot of richness. It was really well written. And so let's start breaking this a little bit apart. First, it's a very character driven story. The story, it's mainly the story of KAIKEYI throughout her life, and so we will see her since she is a child until, you know, she is like way into her mid-40s, things like that. And so there is a plot and it's a very interesting,
But in all honesty, the story is KAIKEYI.
and her life and how she passes through different stages, how she matures, and how she really starts to create change in her society. In terms of the magic, it's ever so slightly, so it's a very great point also to start into fantasy, because yes, it has some elements of fantasy in it, but are really not that much. It's more of a world that it's kind of like filled with gods, you know, they are real, they talk to people and they manifest, but they are not even kind of like the main point of the story, nor the magic that KAIKEYI is able to perform. So you will be immersed in this world where there's a lot of mythology, a lot of gods, but at the same time, you know, that's not at all what the book is about. This story, it's supposed to portray the story of KAIKEYI, who is this daughter of the Raja, and he has expelled his wife from the court. And you know, now KAIKEYI, since she is very young, she needs to kind of like reason up and take a little bit like the role of her mom, and she will very early on find out as well how women are very mistreated, and how from the gods themselves, you know, the women are not supposed to have a role. They're not even supposed to contradict their husbands. And this is the core of the story, a fight to the rights of the woman, a story about the sisterhood, the motherhood, and how beautiful these bonds can be, and how heartwarming it is when we help one another. And that's mainly the story. But then there are kind of like different layers to the story. We'll have the main layer, which is the story of KAIKEYI and how she, since the beginning, will need to, you know, start finding her place. She discovers very early on in the book that she is able to do a little bit of magic. She's able to be transported into these other plane where she can see the bonds within the different people, and she is able to influence these bonds. And so she will start to test them out, she will start to learn this magic, and she will consolidate her power there, right? And at some point, still very early on, so non-spoilers, this is a non-spoiler review, she will be married off to another Raja, and she will be the third Ratni, so kind of like the third woman from this Raja, and we will see how she also there will need to find her place, and you know, she just will grow up and she will create a massive impact in the society. And that's kind of like the layer, how she is able to do that, her hardships, and how she it's truly a hero. But then we have the other layer of the story, which is so subtle, and it's more on the reader really picking up the inconsistencies about what is happening, because from the beginning we're placed on how unfair women were treated, right? And she's always been fighting about this, and as the story moves forward you start to pick all the stuff and you start to see how she became this villain within the story. And oh my god, that broke me. So yes, I really enjoyed the reading. I was really immersed in the book. I dreamed about it. You know, we had scenes where it's described how beautiful the room is, but also the smells. It's very rich. We will see about the different gods. But overall, what it's beautiful, it's Kaikeyi, her thoughts, how she passes through all of these, and you know, how she is still a great character. I think everyone is, they are portrayed really realistically, but she has this drive to help people, and it is fantastic. I mean, this book has really changed me as of now. I mean, if I were to have daughters as of now I will call all of them Kaikeyi. That's how deep I'm fascinated about this book right now. Again, I won't say much, and I don't believe it's a book that, even if you know the story, you know, will be about the plot. It's really about how it's told, about the different stories, about the profound emotions that it creates on the reader. And I really hope you give this a try. Fantastic setting, character driven, memorable main characters, not just Kaikeyi, but also the other Ratnis in the court, the sons, you know, everything. It's outstanding. So really, please give her a try. It's a love song to women, and at the same time it's kind of like a call upon the harsh reality that we often live. And after finishing, I questioned myself, is there anything that I did not like about Kaikeyi? And the answer is no. I really think it's fantastic. Nice 5 stars. Yes, I am in love. I am in love. And yeah, that was it for today. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, subscribe to the channel. I publish bookish content every Tuesday and Friday for you to enjoy. So if you want to stay tuned, you know what to do. And I really hope to see you soon. Happy reading.